What's good, everybody? Stream number 2 of the week. Stream number 2. Looking at JPY pairs tonight, boys and girls. JPY pairs. And a little bit of Euro USD. We're coming into a new hour here. We have some setups that we're looking at, and we have some resistance points that we're looking at. Let's see if they're going to break through or not. But looking for some high probability trades today. What's up, guys? If you're just joining, welcome. Gonna make some good trades tonight. High probability JPY trades tonight. That's what we're looking for. I also do love this Euro USD trade. She's gonna fly back down. That could be a 19 pip swing there. Go up and create a big old wick right here and come back down. Looking at GJ, GBP, JPY. That one could also fly. We're gonna get rid of that. If we can close bullish above this support, that's definitely a good look there. Gonna take a look though. We got about 7 minutes until we see a new move. Typically try not to enter on the hour. We'll wait like 5, 10, 15 minutes after the first hour to see what kind of movement we got going on. But I'm liking GJ, CAD JPY, and then I believe USD CAD has got to come down at some point here. It's on a bull run from the 7th. It's on a bull run. Canadian dollar's just taking a poo. So we've got a couple options here. Euro AUD. Love this setup right here. Joe Zamorano, what's up, brother? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Love this setup right here because this is a pretty strong support. We'll actually just clone that and use that as our new support right here. Jay Dilly, you went to high school with me? Really? I graduated with 24 kids. Oh, haha, you're funny. Can't believe they let you out after what you did to those poor chickens. Oh, he's just a troll. Funny guy, funny guy.
I dare you to let.
Yeah, we're looking at this Euro AUD trade too. I definitely like that one. It's a good look. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe, Joe. I'd appreciate that, man. We crested 200 subscribers last night, so I appreciate everybody that came on. We're waiting about the next 5 minutes. We're going to see what kind of move we're looking for on a bunch of these trades. If you see on the right-hand side here, well, you can't see it if you're on vertical. I suggest going to horizontal output. If you're on YouTube, go to the horizontal stream because you can see all the levels on a 46-inch monitor, so you can see everything. We're going to see what happens here on this Euro AUD, but I think this is a buy. Euro USD, I think it's a sell. We're going to see if we get a full bearish close here or what's going on. Thanks, ma'am. It's not a bad headset. It's not too bad. Not at all. Hit that subscribe, that like button, guys. I appreciate it. Looks like we like buys here. So we like buys on GJ. I'm not going to jump into anything here yet. This is the 4-hour chart. If we drop to the 1 hour, you can see a little bit of consolidation here. And we would really need to break this for me to be more comfortable. But we could see some buys fill the zone there. Definitely a possibility. Euro USD doing some interesting things. Had a big bearish candle, but we're still way under this this resistance here. Probably gonna see this move downward. We'll start drawing up some lines, but I see this going that way. We'll start drawing some things up. Yeah, we got a new hour coming in a couple minutes here. GJ setup looks good to at least fill the zone there. Probably have it wick down to here and then move up. That could be a quick 18 pips. But it is very bearish right now, especially after holding this support and this FEG fair value gap right there that you have. Just a waiting game here for the next couple minutes. If it's your first time, make sure you drop a like. Appreciate you guys. TikTok's actually working for once, or not TikTok, Instagram, so that's nice. One more minute till a new candle, new hour candle that is. Zoom in on this bad boy, kind of take a look at what we got here. This should probably create some sort of wick down. This big wick right here. Let me get a little paintbrush out. This wick here is a pretty good indication that we will fill it and move back up. So I do like the GJ buys on this one. Look at that. Great handwriting. We're going to wait to see if we can get some red. We shall see. Could break out right away and just finish it, but we're going to hold off. Anytime I want to get into a trade, I always say to myself, I'm going to sit and see what happens for 15 minutes. Because half the time, you're going to get it where it fakes you out. I want to sit and see what's going to happen. But this CAD JPY trade looks pretty solid too. If we can break this right here, not even a trend line. If we could break this right here, I'd feel comfortable taking a buy for it to fill this zone right over here. Have it fill this zone right here. But we're going to see if we get some retracement here. This 1 hour FEG is pretty solid. But I'd like to see it wick down a little bit so we can get a better entry. All about getting a good entry. Yeah, I like this entry though. So CAD JPY, we're looking at buys. We're not in anything yet. Euro USD, I still think that one's going down. I'm going to keep that as a sell. GJ, I do think is going to fill this zone by the end of the night. I do think so. So we'll see what's going to happen here. We're going to give it until the 15-minute mark, or maybe even the 5-minute mark. We can look at the 5-minute chart here. And as you can see, obviously, we had some massive candle driving up right here. That's my fear with these, though. See, so we have this resistance point right here, and what we're going to do is hold to see what happens, because if we get some rejection here, we could take a sell and have it come back down, being that we do have, let's see, here, point of resistance. Let's clone that one. Here, point of resistance. Clone it again. And up here, we could have a point of resistance again. That'd be some sort of confirmations there, depending on how you look at it. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like the stream. I appreciate it. We're going to watch this GJ trade for a second here and see if we get some rejection off this top here, right here. If we get some rejection here, we'll take a sell. Pretty good move up there. Let's take a look at this hour. Took a huge move up. Could have made a quick profit there. That was a pretty big candle for just a 1-hour candle there. That was a big candle. Leads me to believe, though, let's see, let's take a look at the technicals here. Strong buy on the 4-hour on both moving averages and oscillators. Strong buy on the 2-hour, strong buy on the 1-hour, strong buy on the 30-minute, 15-minute. So all indicators are pointing towards a buy here on the on GJ. But we're gonna wait to see if there's some rejection here. USD JPY. So all the JPY pairs are kind of they run side by side. So all the JPY pairs are going to do the same thing. I like the Euro JPY one the best, I think, because when you look at the next level of resistance, it's not till up here. So we have some room. We have some room from here to here, and we have a chance to go ahead and make 23 pips, a 30-40% trade right there. So this is a nice looking setup as well. We're gonna wait a couple minutes though. Let's see on that GJ trade. Let's take a look at that 5-minute and see what happens with that new 5-minute one. Yep, there we go. So we saw the retracement here. Pretty big retracement. Would have been a great sell right there if we were scalping. But I'm not the biggest fan of scalping. I like to stay in it for an hour or so. Zooming out using higher time frames is my trading style. If you look at this hour right here, we've got some long wicks. And two things can happen when you have those wicks. You can either shoot through the moon, or those wicks can be an indication of what's to come. That it is rejection off the support or the resistance, and it's going to be moving down. So it really depends. I'm going to share the link on Instagram here. But we're going to hold off for a couple minutes before we make a trade. Look at that. Look at that crash down on GJ. Pretty big crash down on GJ. See what happens here. If we look at the 4 hour, this should fly, but there's a lot of movement going on right now. Not so much on USD JPY, just kind of stagnant at this resistance right here. So not really something that we'd want to touch at the moment. But if we were to analyze this here, we've got a couple resistance points, and we want to see if they're going to break through or we're going to be selling off. I'm thinking based off USD JPY and the state of the yen that this is going to sell off. We've had 4, 8, 12, 16, 24 hours of straight bearish movement on USD JPY. There needs to be some retraction, especially at such a high resistance point right here. So we're watching this for sells. So we're watching for sells on USD JPY. Definitely watching for sells there. We'll hit the 1 hour. Yeah. A great entry would have been when it went up there and it tapped the support right here. It would have been in profit, but not a strong enough sentiment for me to take that at this point. But this trade, this USD JPY trade, has the most structure. So does GJ again. Had your resistance on both of those. So we'll see here. Probably gonna wait another 5 minutes to enter anything just to see what happens. We can take a look at the 15-minute here. Certainly don't want to jump in too quickly. Got to follow our rules. Make sure we're not getting too overzealous with this. What a drop off. It tried to fly and then it just got rejected so hard. I mean, we moved almost 18 pips. That's a lot of movement within the first 11 minutes of the hour. That is a lot of movement there. So we're going to want to... It's too much going on right now. Too much movement to be able to predict what's going to happen. But boy, is she dropping. She is a dropping. I just don't want to get caught with a fake out, you know? USD JPY. Again, on the 15-minute here, we're going to open this back up to the 4-hour. Because we are still watching for sells here. I think we'll probably end up taking a sell here, but we shall find out. Got another 4 minutes, 3 minutes until we figure out what we're going to do here. I think we're going to end up taking sells on USD JPY. We're not in anything yet. Not quite in anything yet. Just a waiting game right now. We got to see what happens here. Slow moving right now. Very slow moving. Adele, Unfiltered. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Waiting to see what we're going to do here. It is good evening here. Yeah, it's a little bit after 8. I'm looking to get in a short. Yes, sir. Just making sure it's the right trade. We're waiting here to see. The 4 hours doing a lot of movement. The 1 hour's got a lot of movement. But yes, I do believe we're going to short this here. We're not in anything yet, though. Not in anything yet. Not quite yet. It's too much volatility to be able to predict what's going on at this very present second. You heard in Florida it never snows? Yeah, it doesn't snow. I'm good with that, man. I like the heat. Diagrams? No, I do just support and resistance. And break a structure. That's really it. Support resistance and break a structure is the way to go. Simple. Simple and to the point. It's very simple and to the point. That's the way I like it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. See how it's flipping bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish? Reliance, support, resistance, and scary? No, not at all. That's where I made most of my money is doing that. Not at all. Link. Gotta get a link on here. Gotta get the link on here on Instagram. There we go. We're gonna give it another 10 minutes. Because looking at the 15-minute here, we're getting some resistance. Yeah, we're gonna take sell here, I think. I think USD JPY is the move right now. But we are looking at a couple others. Really like to look at the hour. CAD JPY I think is probably out of the question. Euro USD is probably out of the question as well. I don't like that one. GJ made its move already, so it's gonna just track sideways. We really don't want any of this sideways trading. We want a break and resistance. Correct. Everyone's got their own strategy, man. There's no success. It's not a one path way to winning. We're certainly watching for sells here, though. And is Asian market mainly AUD JPY? No. No, it's any JPYs. CAD JPY, GBP JPY, USD JPY, Euro JPY. Euro JPY still looks like a buy, but I don't trust it. USD CAD's gotta fall. Euro AUD is at a very, very strong support right here. Very strong support. Probably one of the strongest supports I've seen today. We just gotta wait for that breakout because it's in between. If you see right here, it's in between an FVG and a support. We need some sort of breakout to give us a confirmation that it's gonna go. Otherwise, it's just speculations. No, every country's foreign exchange. Foreign exchange is the oldest, longest standing market. I just like trading the JPY pairs at this time of day. Yeah, GJ still tracking sideways. USD JPY hasn't moved in a couple hours still. I don't see it breaking. It hasn't broken this since August 1st, so 21 days. Hasn't broken it. So if at the 30-minute, that sometimes I'll do the U.S. market in the morning if I have time. But again, like I told you, I'm a golf professional. I don't do this full time. So nighttime, London, Asian markets. This is when I like to trade. Doge is trying to make a move back up too, but all crypto's down right now. All crypto's down right now. Euro USD is coming up. It broke the previous high. It's probably going to reject off this up here. I'd wait for a better entry there. Definitely would wait for a better entry. Let's see here. Yeah, this is TradingView, and then I trade on my broker. Like, I actually execute the trade with my broker. CAD JPY looks like it's dropping. They're all the JPYs look like they're going down. But the USD JPY trade is the most promising. Just needed to break this FVG. Make this bigger? Yeah, sure. That better for you? Can actually make this like opaque. 100%. There we go. Now you can see better. Now it's a circle, so you can see the circles, but actually see the still looking at a sell here. We're gonna wait 5 more minutes and see what happens, but I think we're gonna end up taking a sell here on I think we're gonna end up taking a sell here. Just got some big old wicks. I'm not a fan of the small body with big wicks. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on sometimes. So but it's weird because the sentiment for everything is a strong buy. But in the short term, in the next hour or so, I think you're going to see something similar to what happened over here. Over here with this resistance, you got the same resistance. Should see the drive down. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, we're looking at this to drive down. It's just very indecisive right now. Thanks, Smith. It's just flipping bullish, flipping bearish. Oh, look at the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, it doesn't know what it's going to do. It doesn't know what it wants to do. But if we can get an entry somewhere around this 148,416, that would probably be our best entry point. Right up here. If we can get an entry point right in this area, that would be a great entry point right along this. And then have it just kind of drop on us. I see something move down that way. Yeah, I can't make it bigger, man. It's a 46-inch curved monitor. That's just the way it looks. If I try to make it bigger, it here, let me see. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. Yeah, gotta do what I can, Rye. Gotta do what I can. Yeah, it's my monitor. It's my monitor, Adele. We got what, 2 more minutes here? Yeah, we got 2 more minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle. And it is not pushing up very hard anymore. I think we're going to create a wick down. So we'll decide in a minute or so if we're going to get into this trade or not. Yeah, we'll decide in a minute here if we're going to get into this trade. Because realistically, our target would be at the bottom of this, but you've got two 1-hour FVGs right here. You've got two really strong FVGs, one right here and one right here, that are stopping this from driving down. And that's what gives me a little bit of a hesitation, especially with all your technicals looking up positive. All your technicals are very bearish right now. Oh, we got our new 15-minute candle. Let's take a look what that looks like. 15-minute candle is going to try and drive. We're watching pretty closely here, though. If it doesn't break this up here, we're going to take a sell. The technicals say buy, but I think short term, they say strong buy. But I don't have enough confirmation for it to break it. Just don't. CAD JPY, Euro USD, getting weaker with smaller candles. GJ getting weaker with smaller candles. USD JPY getting smaller with these. Euro JPY is just kind of floating out of nowhere. We've got an uptrend here that I wouldn't necessarily want to bet against. USD CAD's just tracking sideways. Euro AUD's just tracking sideways. And Doge is still trying to fight its way back up, but we're not touching crypto tonight. Euro USD would be a great sell. It's got hours worth of rejection. I'm trading with US dollars, but like I told you the other day, I think I deposit with Bitcoin into my trader, and then it lets me use the US dollar to trade with. We can hit this mark right here. We're going to take a sell. You know what? Anywhere between here and here, we're going to take a sell. I'm going to clone this. Anywhere between here and here. If it breaks up here, it breaks up here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Based off the technical analysis and this price action movement. Problem you risk is a rogue wick. And that is never fun. Do not want a rogue wick. I think we're going to take a look at this USD JPY sell. Got almost 2 dojis on the 4 hour. Take a look at the 4 hour real quick. Yeah, even the 4 hours looking like if we take a sell here, we're going to be in it for a couple hours. All the sentiments are still saying strong buy. Oscillators are neutral. You've got all strong buys. Except for the 2 hour. You got all strong buys. But my price action model is telling me it's a sell. We're gonna wait and see what happens here. Just important not to jump in a trade just to be in a trade, you know. $30-minute looks like a great sell. Still moving upwards though, so it's interesting. Got to analyze all the time frames, you know. I like the 5, the 15, the hour, and the 4 hour. Alright, we're going to decide in the next 8 minutes what we're going to do here. I think we're going to take a sell on USD JPY, to be quite honest with you. And the only thing that does scare me is you have 3 dragonflies on the USD JPY 4 hour. At least that's what it's showing. See, it's not showing that on a broker. The broker's charts and trading view sometimes looks different, but I typically trust TradingView more than the broker's charts. That's just my opinion, though. You get 3 like that with big wicks. 5, 6, 7 minutes. It is struggling to break this area. I think we're going to take a sell here. I'm going to be entering sells. Let's just take one more look. Take one more look here. The only thing that scares me is Euro JPY looks like it could be a buy on that uptrend. Take a look at some other ones. CHF JPY is still stuck on this whole entire support resistance right here. I mean, they've got a huge resistance right here. So as long as you can draw your support and your resistance, but every time it's gone here, 1, 2, 3, you've got 1, you've got 2, and you've got 3 points of where it will just drop off. It would be I'd be hard pressed to think that that's going to break through with 3 strong resistance points. Hard pressed to see that happen. Not a lot of action on many of these charts, really. GBP CHF looks like a good buy, but I don't really want to touch that. Euro CAD, can't really tell. Yeah, Euro USD is gonna drop. GJ's just moving. USD JPY is moving. It's moving up still. I think we see it come back down here. Yeah, we're going to take a sell here on USD JPY. Let's see, what are we at? 148,445. Yep, we're going to take sells here. We are in on sells with a very, very tight stop loss. Our stop loss is going to be 148,830. So we're in a short position here with our entry price at 148,443. 148,443. Our stop loss is going to be at 148,803. And our take profit is going to be somewhere around here. So 147,766. 147,766. And it's still climbing. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get the rejection we need, I do believe. But we shall see. So we are in on sells here. Yep, we're in cells. So if you're watching at home, we are in cells right now. I don't know what I did over here. Cells we're in. Show sack. Loman. Bro, you're hilarious. What? What? Strip for subs. Fucking Loman. What's up, Dylan? You kill me, Jake. We are in USD JPY cells and we are in profit. I'm going to hold that right there. And we just got a new 15-minute candle on this. We have yet to fill that high wick that was 3-4 candles ago, almost an hour ago. We've yet to fill that wick, which is a good sign. And there's the drive down. 4% in profit on your account right now. We're going to watch this for a minute and see what happens. But I see it moving down. If we could break that 15-minute FVG, that'd be solid. Currently 2.5 pips in profit and driving down. We can get rid of these now. We'd love to see it drive down to here. But more realistically, the lowest I see it is going right there before it retraces. Twenty views. No clicks. Now we just wait. Now we just wait and watch. Because we got a new hour candle coming in 10 minutes. Yeah, she didn't break the previous highs from the 11th and the 12th of August. I don't see it doing that. There's a big move. Last 10 minutes of the hour starting to show what it might do. That's some nice moves for us there. 4 hours dropping down too. We are currently 5 pips in profit. 5 pips is good. The new hour could still shoot up, but again, this is our zone here. It's just weird how the trading view is so different than the broker sometimes. in sells with a little bit of movement here. Again, if you guys are new to the stream, appreciate it. If you could hit me with a subscribe, like, comment, I'd appreciate it all. Just trying to grow the stream for everybody. I like my red arrows better. See something like this. Hit this bottom one and have it come back up a little bit, and then probably have it drive back down this way. Lock that back up. Oh, is that locked too? We're going to really just zoom in on this because this is all we're really looking at. That's all we're really looking at right now. I got a new hour coming in 5 minutes too. We'd like to see a little wick up here. Just a baby wick. We would like to see a baby wick. And of course, Instagram always goes out. Got some big old green candles approaching a really big resistance. I'll make that white and a little smaller. Let's clone that and show you guys the support. Boy, that last end there just really driving up. Got to create a wick though. If there's no wick, just a big old hammer candle, which we don't really have a problem with. She's still driving. We got 2 minutes left in this one. driving up toward that resistance. But again, our top is right here. We're using this right here as our right over here is kind of our other top. Sentiment's still strong buy, but I see sells coming in. All right, we got our new hour candle here. I don't think it's gonna break right here. This top right here. Yep, there's downward movement. Now this could be doing one of two things right here. This could be creating a wick right here, just like you saw these wicks and they drove up. Or this could be the reversal that we're looking for. Candles kind of move, it just depends. So like we're on the hour candle, but there could be as much movement as the market dictates. It's all about who's buying and selling. So right here at the bottom, we have our volume. There was a lot of buying volume coming in, but now it's switching to selling volume. And the volume right here in the corner, right here, this small number right now, you've got 22.7K people trading. So it's some good volume. That really just depends on, what everybody's doing. Price action is trading off of what other people are doing. So, what other people are doing based off what the chart shows. We do have great risk management on this trade too. We have a super tight stop loss up here. I mean, our stop loss is only what, 37 pips? That's nothing. And we're risking with the possible profit of breaks the support, that's 42. We go longer than that's closer to 70 pips. So yeah, it's looking like ideally, if it comes back to our full take profit, that's 67 pips. At $10 a pip, $100 a pip, $1,000 a pip, depending on your size of your account, it's a lot of money. Take a look at some of these other ones. GJ did the same thing. Euro USD did the same thing. AUD USD hasn't moved. CHF JPY is rejecting. All of the JPYs are rejecting. Even Euro JPY is rejecting. I'm going to go back to the 1 hour though. Remember, this could be a wick that goes up, but based on what we've seen in the past here and this resistance zone, I'm going to see it drive down. What? Who opened Fortnite? There's the big move down. It's a good move downward there, folks. I don't know why Fortnite keeps opening. Why the heck does Fortnite keep opening? This is wild. Fortnite's just going crazy. Look at that's a good movement down though. Only 7 minutes into the new hour. Just a waiting game now, folks. Well, we got about another 15 minutes on this stream to see what happens, but we are going to hold this overnight. ChatGPT really does wonders for midstream. It's absolutely insane what it does. It's very slow trade tonight, guys. That happens. Probably have a full hour of consolidation right here, just like you did over here. No, I would not use ChatGPT for giving trade signals at all. But it does have some pretty cool features. Like you can see right here, like it's giving me all this stuff right here for the stream, all these little sayings and everything to put in. It's pretty cool. Do not use ChatGPT for trade signals. I would not. No, not really. Even as a finance major, they don't really teach trading in college. There's a good drive down. That's what we're looking for. Better off just finding a mentor or teaching yourself through YouTube, man. There's so much on YouTube. You can just learn on your own. She wants to drive up, but this resistance is not letting her. Yes, finance and hospitality have 2 degrees. 2 different ones. Yeah, UNLV. UNLV, baby. Alright, we're going to give this another minute here, and I'm going to stay in this trade overnight. If you guys are in this trade, you can move your... I wouldn't move your stop loss at all. I'd keep it where it's at. We've got a very comfortable, tight stop loss. Probabilities on our side here of it going down. So that's where I'm at on this trade, but I'm definitely staying in it overnight. Glad you guys can follow along and see the setup here. But it is almost bedtime for me. Correct, yes. I lived in Nevada and Las Vegas. I'm in Florida now. Florida's the best state in the country. Alright, chat. Appreciate you guys coming in. It was a good stream today. We're in a good trade. We're going to see what happens overnight. But we're sticking in this one. We're sticking in this one. I worked on Wall Street for a little, Adele. I worked in finance on Wall Street for a little also. Learned a lot there too. But I'm calling it a night. It's been a good stream. I appreciate you coming as always. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and we might be back tomorrow night. Let's see. Good luck on this trade. Stay in it. See you, bud.